Welcome to the International Peace Garden. Allow us to share a little about this national treasure and why you should join us in our first ever capital campaign.
Look around. Look at this. This is a garden. And a garden is a place where people can come together. It calms the mind, it eases the soul. So for the International Peace Garden, that's part of the magic. Coming and being in a garden and learning how to live together and enjoy one another for who we are.
It's a little oasis of peace and tranquility and beauty that sits out in the middle of the prairie, and again, it has its origin in the calming effect and the mature relationship of the United States and Canada.
The mission and vision line up perfectly for not only where we're at today, but where we want to go in the future.
The International Peace Garden was founded to celebrate the long-standing peace and friendship between the United States of America and Canada. Located at the geographic center of North America in the beautiful Turtle Mountains, it is literally part of both nations, as it includes territory in North Dakota and Manitoba. The mission of the garden is to advocate for peace through conservation, education, recreation, and arts and culture. The campaign supports this purpose by enhancing the year-round spaces for children and adults of all ages and abilities with a one-of-a-kind and sustainable conservatory and a unique educational and experiential children's play area. Thanks to the generous seed money from the state of North Dakota and province of Manitoba, we are more than 80% of the way, but we need your help to raise $2.5 million. As we turn 90, we also look to honor our legacy and history.
When the International Peace Garden was officially dedicated in 1932, at that dedication, 50,000 people came out to the middle of this wilderness area.
I'm an enrolled member of the Turtle Mountain Band of Chippewa. It's a privilege and an honor to be part of this organization because it brings recognition of the indigenous history of the International Peace Garden, and it also gives a voice to the indigenous community from both sides of the border.
As part of our growth, the International Peace Garden is very excited to be expanding our world-class conservatory, home to one of the most unique collections of cacti and succulents in the entire world.
There's always a story to tell about every plant. Every plant has something to say, and I think that's fascinating. This collection has roughly 5,000 specimens, most of which are unique species. And within all those plants, there are several dozen which are near threatened or vulnerable to extinction. So a big part of this collection is maintaining these plants and making sure that they're around for generations to come yet. So much more space to give them the space that they need to be big, healthy, beautiful plants.
And that's what makes the collection so special for a place like the International Peace Garden, where conservation and peace are so intertwined. The expansion of the conservatory is really going to create a whole new, reinvigorated experience for visitors year-round. The Peace Garden is excited to be expanding with a one-of-a-kind children's play area themed around the animals of the Turtle Mountain region.
Getting dirty, getting messy, not structured play, letting the kids understand and develop their own play at the same time, whilst telling a bit of a story about, the habitat, the area, the uniqueness of where the Peace Gardens is located and how it's situated and what some of the really strong and important history is.
They're being named after the animals, the turtles, the beaver, and these things are going to depict nature again.
I was appointed by the Premier of Manitoba to be on the board. And with the contribution from the province of Manitoba and matching the contribution from North Dakota, we're actually on a stage now that we are wanting to get donations from the private sector to help us continue with the revitalization and expansion of IPG.
The Capital Campaign is a good opportunity to remind U.S. and Canadian citizens about our blessed status as cooperating nations.
The Peace Gardens is a nonprofit organization, and even though we do receive support from both Manitoba and from North Dakota governments, which we're very appreciative of, is that we also then have to raise additional money where we're asking individuals to come in and help us support that.
You have to seize the moment, and the moment has been given to us by the legislators and the citizens of Manitoba and North Dakota with their generous contribution, and now we have to build on it.
working together. If you get partnerships and you work together, you can accomplish a lot.
I am thrilled to invite you to consider contributing to our capital campaign.
Yeah, this is a time for everybody to become a part of the garden and understand its heritage, and hopefully contribute to its future so it'll be around for another 90 or 100 years.